बसेरा। ओम शांति।
आज गणेश चतुर्थी है, तो आप सभी को हमारी
Today is Ganesh Chaturthi.
आदरणीय मुन्नी दीदी तथा सभी मधुबन निवासियों की ओर से गणेश चतुर्थी की
So please accept greetings on this occasion from respected Mohini Didi ji and from all the residents of Madhuban and Munni Didi ji.
मास्टर गणेश बनाया है।
Baba has made us Master Ganesh. Now Baba says,
हरता बन
you must become the destroyer of obstacles and
को हरने के निमित्त
you must become instruments to remove everyone's obstacles and become an embodiment of victory, or that
दूसरा आज जैनों के पर्युषण का भी लास्ट डे है, संवत्सरी जिसको कहते हैं।
in Jain
आज के दिन
religion
एक दूसरे को मिच्छामी दुक्कडम कहते हैं।
they use this term that is Michhami Dugdam, which means
गलत व्यवहार हुआ हो या
whatever sinful actions which were performed during the entire year,
एक दूसरे से
they ask forgiveness.
सॉरी करते हैं। तो ये आज संवत्सरी का भी त्योहार है।
So they celebrated this day, and
बाबा ने
congratulations to all on that as well. And Baba, just every day
मनाते हैं
they celebrate that festival
जिस बात
today and for a day, whereas Baba reminds us to ask forgiveness for whatever incorrect or the sinful actions or all the actions which cause sorrow to everyone. We must ask forgiveness.
याद की यात्रा पर विशेष ध्यान खिंचवाया है।
So in today's Murli, Baba draws our attention towards the pilgrimage of remembrance.
आत्मा हमारी सतोप्रधान बनती
To the extent the soul becomes satopradhan and pure,
जाएंगी, उतना उतना भविष्य की सतोप्रधान तक
so you will be able to receive the fortune
इसलिए बाबा ने कहा कि इस
of the future.
बढ़ाएं कि स्वयं को आत्मा
So Baba tells the main fundamental practice which is required here is to become soul conscious and then come into actions.
प्रधानता के संस्कार
When you
रिवाइज होते रहेंगे और जितना
start reminding yourself of your original form, to that extent all the satopradhan qualities start emerging automatically, and you will be able to make your fortune very elevated.
अभी भी
On the other hand, if we just become body conscious and we are under the influence of those tamo pradhan sanskars and we perform actions, so we make those tamo pradhan sanskars or qualities very firm. So Baba makes it very clear that you have to increase the chart of the pilgrimage of remembrance. You must pay attention on that.
श्रीमत पर पूरे ही विश्व को स्वर्ग बनाने जा रहे हैं।
We children are going to transform this world into a heaven based on Shrimat. That is why we must also make others equal to ourselves. The first and the foremost thing is we must become.
ध्यान देना है,
So we must pay attention on ourselves.
ये अंडरलाइन कराई है
And
कि जितना भी
the next topic is service.
सेवा करते जाएंगे श्रीमत के आधार से,
To the extent you start serving the souls based on Shrimat, those souls belong to Baba,
उसको भी ध्यान में ले
and whatever good
उसके आधार
ideas or methods
से है। अपने पास जो कुछ भी है
which come to children's mind, Baba tells us to use those methods and use that in a worthwhile way so that all your wishes will come true.
ये आज की मुरली में बाबा ने विशेष
So
कराया है। तो सुनिए
let's listen to Baba's Murli.
महावाक्य 27/8
Today's date is 27th August.
सार में बाबा कह रहे हैं, मीठे बच्चे
Sweet children,
सतोप्रधान तकदीर
in order to make your fortune satopradhan, make a great deal of effort to stay in remembrance.
अपनी
In order to make your fortune satopradhan, make a great deal of effort to stay in remembrance. Constantly remember I am a soul and I have to claim my full inheritance from the Father.
और बाप से मुझे पूरा पूरा वर्षा लेना है। मुझे याद रहे कि मैं
Constantly remember that I am a soul and I have to claim my full inheritance from the Father.
वर्षा लेना है। फिर
Question:
बाबा का प्रश्न है कि बच्चों को
why do some children find it difficult to keep a chart of their remembrance?
मुश्किल क्यों लगता है? बच्चों को याद
Why do some children find it difficult to keep a chart of their remembrance?
वैसे तो बाबा कहते हैं हमारा
Generally, Baba says this is the easy yoga, and at the same time, Baba tells children find it difficult. Why is it so?
कि क्योंकि कई बच्चे
Answer:
याद
because
यथार्थ समझते ही
some don't understand remembrance accurately.
याद को
Because some don't understand remembrance accurately. When they sit down to have remembrance,
और बुद्धि
and their intellects just wander outside,
भटकती रहती है,
they don't become
होती
peaceful.
नहीं है।
Then they spoil the atmosphere.
ये याद में लेकिन बुद्धि फिर इधर उधर भटकती रहती है, शांत नहीं होती है। तो बाबा की याद का अनुभव कैसे होगा?
Then how can you experience Baba's
मंडल को भी
power?
खराब करते हैं।
So, if they don't have remembrance,
नहीं है,
how can they write their
कैसे
chart?
लिखेंगे? बाबा कहते हैं, सारा दिन कितना बाबा को याद किया,
Baba says
चार्ट लिखना है, लेकिन याद ही नहीं करेंगे।
you have to
चार्ट
present the
कैसे
chart to Baba. How long did you remember Baba?
झूठ
If someone writes lies, he receives a great deal of
बहुत
punishment.
बड़ा दंड पड़ जाता है। अगर कोई
If
झूठ
someone
लिखता
writes
है
lies,
में, तो
he receives a great deal of punishment.
दंड पड़ जाता है।
You have to
सच्ची
tell
बात
truth
को
to the true
सब
Father.
कुछ सच सच बताना पड़े। सच्ची बात को सब
You have to tell the
सच
truth to
सच
the true
बताना
Father.
पड़े। गीत है आज का, तकदीर जगाकर आई
Song:
ओम शांति।
having awakened my fortune, I have come. Om Shanti. Every day, the spiritual father explains to you, children, that you must become soul conscious as much as possible.
क्या करो? देही अभिमानी बनो। अपने को
Have the faith that each of you is a soul, and remember the Father, because you know that
क्यों?
you have come to this unlimited Father to create your unlimited fortune of happiness.
बेहद सुख की तकदीर प्राप्त करने आए। क्यों याद करना है? क्योंकि
Why do you have
बेहद
to
के
remember?
बाप से
Because you
बेहद
have come to the unlimited Father to create your unlimited fortune of happiness.
फिर ऐसे बाप को जरूर याद करना
Therefore,
है।
you definitely have to remember the Father.
प्रधान बनने बिगर
Without becoming pure and Sato Pradhan, how can you make your destiny Sato Pradhan?
बाबा की कंडीशन है।
This is the Baba's condition. Until and unless the soul becomes Sato Pradhan pure, then the soul's fortune cannot be awakened.
याद करो, मूल बात यही एक है। यह भी अपने
Remember this very well.
लोग बाह पर भी नाम लिखते
There is only one main thing.
पहले के जमाने में लोग हाथों पर
In olden days,
भगवान का नाम खुदवाते थे। ओम
people
शांति
used to
लिखवाते
have
थे।
the name engraved on their hands.
लोग टैटू बनाते हैं।
Nowadays, people have the tattoos.
कि हम आत्मा हैं और बेहद बाप से वर्षा ले।
So you also write it down.
स्मृति बाबा कहते अंडरलाइन करो। क्योंकि
I am a soul, I am claiming my inheritance from the unlimited Father. That Maya makes you forget this.
याद रहे
If you have written it somewhere, you can remember it again and again. People put up a picture of Om or of Krishna, etc., so that they can remember it.
याद है। वहाँ तो चित्र देखते हैं तो भी याद रहता है। यहाँ बाबा
They
कहते
see the pictures and they
बाबा तो
remember.
हमारा सूक्ष्म ज्योतिर्बिंदु
So Baba is a tiny point of light, and remembering him
आत्मिक स्मृति में स्थित रहना पड़ता
becomes easy only when we are stable in the soul conscious.
है। यह सिर्फ बेहद का बाप ही समझ और यह बात अच्छी रीति समझने से तुम सौभाग्यशाली तो क्या पद्मा
Baba
परम
says,
सौभाग्यशाली बनते।
this is the newest of all remembrances. Only the unlimited Father explains this to you. By understanding this,
भाग्यशाली बनते हैं।
you don't only become 100 times fortunate, but you become multi-million times fortunate.
कंगाल
Due to not knowing the Father and not remembering Him, you have become poverty stricken. It is only the one Father who comes to make your life happy forever.
बल याद भी
Although
करते हैं, परंतु
people remember Him, they don't know Him at all.
विलायत वाले
People abroad
आत्मा को
have learned from the people of Bharat to say that God is omnipresent.
भारत गिरा तो
When
सब
Bharat
गिरे।
falls, everyone falls.
भारत ही
It is Bharat that is
responsible है
responsible for making itself
उठाने के लिए। बाप कहते
elevated.
हैं कि मैं भी यहाँ ही आकर के भारत को ही स्वर्ग
The
बना
Father says, I come here and make Bharat into heaven, a land of truth. They have very much defamed the one who created such a heaven,
कल हम बैठे
and they have forgotten Him.
दीदी सुना रहे थे।
So we were in the class
बहुत
last
उन्होंने एक सुनाई
day,
कि
and Manorama sister was just relating one of the
विदेश में गए
incidents.
थे तो उनको किसी ने प्रश्न
A
किया
saint visited the
कि
foreign
आप लोग
land.
कहते हो कि भगवान भारत में आते हैं तो भारत
He was
में
questioned
क्यों आते?
that
हमारे विदेश
you
में भी
say
तो आ
that
सकते हैं ना।
God comes
उन्होंने
in
बहुत अच्छी
Bharat
बात
land.
explain
So the
की।
saint explained in
जैसे
written that,
आपका ये घर है ना, तो आप
so
बैठकर बात करना चाहते हो तो कहाँ बैठते हो?
So, where do you
आप
prefer
bedroom में
when you
बैठ के
want to
बातचीत
discuss
करते हो?
anything?
तो बोला नहीं। बोला
Do you
आप
sit
kitchen
in
में बैठ
bedroom
करके बात
or
करते हो?
kitchen
बोला नहीं।
to
बोला
discuss?
बातचीत करने के लिए
So,
आपके
what is
पास
the
कौन सी
preferred
जगह
place
है?
for
हम लोग
having the
ड्राइंग रूम में
discussion?
बैठ के आपस में बात करते हैं।
So, we
तो
sit in
बोला
the
ये
drive
भारत
room.
है ना, ड्राइंग रूम है,
So,
इसीलिए भगवान भारत में ही आते हैं
so
और कोई जगह नहीं
he
आते।
responded saying
बाबा भी
that
कहता
Bharat
है कि
is the
मैं भी
drawing
आकर के
room.
भारत को ही
It is like you
ऊंचा
have a
उठाता
preferred
हूँ।
place for doing everything. So, he explained that this is the
अभी
preferred land
ऐसा
of
स्वर्ग
God.
बनाने वाले की भी लोगों ने कितनी ग्लानि कर दी है।
So, they have
भूल
defamed
गए
such a
हैं,
Father who
इसीलिए
creates
लिखा
heaven.
हुआ है कि यदा यदा ही
This is why it is written, when there is extreme
मतलब जब धर्म की
religiousness,
ग्लानि होती है तब मैं
I come.
इसका
The
अर्थ
Father
मेरे
comes and
बाप
explains
भी
the
आकर
meaning
के
of this too.
समझाते हैं।
And
बलिहारी भी
it is the greatness
उस
of the
बाप
one
को भी
Father.
अभी
You
हम
now know
जानते
that the
भी
Father
हैं
definitely
कि
comes,
बाप
and
आते
this is
कैसे
why
हैं।
people celebrate the
तभी तो
birthday of
शिव
Shiva.
जयंती भी मनाते हैं, परंतु
However,
शिव जयंती का कदर बिल्कुल
they
भी
don't
नहीं।
value the birthday of Shiva at all.
बच्चे
You
समझते
children
हैं
understand that it must definitely have
लेके गए
been
हैं, तब भी
because
उनकी
he has
यात्रा
been and
जयंती
gone, that
मनाते
is why
हैं।
his birthday is celebrated.
सतयुगी
He is the
आदि
one who
सनातन
establishes
देवी
golden
का धर्म
aged,
की स्थापना भी
original, eternal
वही
deity
करते हैं।
religion.
और सब जानते हैं
All others know that their religion was established at such and such a time by so and so.
लेकिन उनके
Before them, there was
देवी
only one deity
आदि
religion,
सनातन देवी
that is original, eternal deity religion.
बिल्कुल ही नहीं जानते हैं।
They don't know at all
धर्म कहाँ गुम
where
हो
that
गया
religion
ये भी
disappeared
पता
to.
नहीं है।
The Father now
वही बाप
comes
आकर के
and
समझाते
explains to you.
बाप ही सबसे ऊंच है और किसकी
The Father
महिमा
is the
है।
highest of all. There is no praise of anyone else. What's the praise of the founders of religions? The Father carries out the establishment of a pure world and the destruction of this impure world. He enables you to conquer Maya. Baba says, when he comes, he destroys all the religious acts and he establishes the one original eternal deity religion. What do you mean by irreligiousness? So Baba just destroys all the sinful acts which arise because of the body consciousness, and Baba enables you to conquer Maya. This is an unlimited aspect. The kingdom of Ravana exists over the whole unlimited world. It's not a question of that limited Lanka. This story of victory and defeat is of Bharat. All the rest are byplots. It is in Bharat that they are the double crowned and single crowned kings. None
और
of the
जो भी
other great
बड़े बड़े
emperors
बादशाह
that have been
कहीं
and
गए
gone had a crown of light.
कोई पर भी
Only the deities
लाइट
had
का
this.
ताज नहीं होता है। बाबा कहते जो हमारे आदि सनातन देवी देवता
Baba
धर्म के
says
देवताएं हैं
all the deities of
उनको
the
डबल
original
सर ताज
eternal deity
कहते हैं।
religion,
उनके
they are
पास
called
लाइट का
double
भी
crowned
ताज
kings
है
because they
और
have that
उनकी
crown
आत्मा
of
का भी दिव्यता का ताज
they
डबल
have that
ताज
crown
उनके
of
पास
light
होता
and the
है।
crown of
वो
divinity or
डबल
purity.
ताजधारी कहते हैं। द्वापर से फिर वो धीरे धीरे
Deities
सिंगल ताजधारी
then they
होते
start
जाते
becoming a single crowned
हैं।
king
देवताएं तो फिर भी स्वर्ग के मालिक थे ना।
from Copper
अब
Age.
शिव बाबा
The
को
deities were
काका भी
anyways the
चाहता है
masters
परम पिता
of heaven.
पति
Shiv Baba is
परमात्मा
called the Supreme
इनको
Father,
लाइट कहाँ
purifier.
देंगे।
How can be he given
शिव
light?
बाबा निराकार
Shiv
परम
Baba is
पिता परमात्मा
incorporeal, the
भले ही
Supreme Father.
एवर पावर
He
उनको
is ever
किसी प्रकार
pure.
की लाइट की आवश्यकता नहीं है। लाइट
Baba
किसको
doesn't
चाहिए जो
require any
पापी
light.
होते हैं
Who
पतित
requires the
होते हैं
light?
तो पतित
Those who
को
become
लाइट
pure and
पावन को
impure.
तो लाइट
Impure ones
चाहिए
need
ही।
light.
लाइट तब दे
Light can
जब
only be
बिगर
given to
लाइट वाला
someone who is
पतित
impure,
भी है।
that is, to someone who has no
वह
light.
तो कभी बिगर
Shiv
लाइट
Baba
वाला
never
होता ही
becomes the
नहीं है।
one without light.
बिंदी पर
How
लाइट
could you show
कैसे
light
दे
on a
सकेंगे।
point?
हो न सके।
It's not
दिन
possible.
प्रतिदिन
Day by day, Baba
वही
continues
बाबा
to explain many
बहुत
deep
बहुत
points,
गुह्य
which you
बातें
should keep it in your
समझाते
intellects as
रहते
much
हैं।
as you can.
जो जितना बुद्धि में बिठा सके मुख्य बात है ही
The
याद
main thing is the
यात्रा।
pilgrimage of
इसमें
remembrance.
फिर माया
It is
के
in
बहुत
this
विघ्न पड़ते हैं।
there are many
पर
obstacles
कोई
of
याद
Maya.
के चार्ट में
Although some
50
write their
60
charts saying that they have 50 to 60%
परंतु समझते नहीं है
remembrance, but they
कि
don't
याद की
understand
यात्रा
what the pilgrimage of
किसे कहा
remembrance
जाता
is.
है। पूछते रहते हैं इस बात को याद कहेंगे बड़ा
They
मुश्किल है।
continue to ask, can
तुम
this be
यहाँ
called
10-15
remembrance?
मिनट
It's
बैठे
very
हो
difficult.
उसमें
Even if you
खुद
sit here
याद
for
करो
10 to 15 minutes, you
याद
should check whether you are
अच्छी
sitting
भी
in
की जा
remembrance
सकती है।
accurately.
बहुत
There
है
are many who
जो
are not
याद
able
में
to sit in
नहीं रह
remembrance,
सकते
therefore, they just
फिर
spoil the
आसपास के
atmosphere.
वायुमंडल को भी खराब कर देते हैं।
There are
बहुत
many who
है
create
जो
obstacles
याद
because
में
they
न
don't stay in
रहने से
remembrance.
फिर विघ्न डालते रहते हैं। बाबा कहते हैं याद
Baba
नहीं
says,
है बुद्धि
since
फिर और
they
जगह
don't
भागती
remember the
रहती
Father,
है।
their intellects just
सारा
wander.
दिन बुद्धि बाहर भटकती
Their
रहती
intellects continue to
है। सो
wander
याद
outside
कहाँ
the whole
शांत
day.
होगी।
So, how can they be
इसीलिए याद
peaceful
का
when
चार्ट
they
भी
come
रखते
here?
हैं।
And this is why they don't even
कई
write their
बार
charts.
हमारा योग नहीं लगता।
Sometimes we say,
योग
Baba,
ना लगने
our
का
yoga is
कारण
not
भी है
that
कि
powerful
सारा दिन तो बुद्धि
because my intellect
ऐसे
just
ऐसे
wanders
बातों में
outside.
उसको भटकाया है।
Because
और
we
फिर
have
जब
let
योग
that
में बैठते
intellect
हैं
wander
तो सारे
outside.
दिन के
So when we sit in
दिनचर्या
yoga,
के प्रभाव
the
हमें योग
influence
में
of the
असर
entire
करते
day,
हैं।
the impact of
इसीलिए
that
बाबा
entire day also
पूरी
falls.
दिनचर्या पर अटेंशन देने की
So Baba tells you
इसीलिए
have to
कहते
pay
हैं
attention
व्यर्थ में
on your
बुद्धि को
daily schedule.
भटकाओ नहीं।
So you must not let
ताकि
your
योग के
intellect
समय
wander in waste
उसको
or
शांत करना
useless
एकाग्र
things,
करना सहज हो जाए।
so that you will be able to focus
झूठा लिखने से
on Baba in
और
yoga.
भी दंड पड़ सकता
So
है।
when you report something
बहुत
incorrect in your
बच्चे
chart, there is greater
बुरे
punishment.
करते हैं,
Many children make
छिपाते हैं,
mistakes and they hide them
सच
from the
बताते
father. They
नहीं।
don't speak the truth.
बाप को
If you call him
कहेंगे
the father and you don't
सच
tell him
न
the truth,
बताए
so
तो
much
भी
sin would be
कितना दोष
accumulated.
हो जाता है। कितना
If
भी बड़ा
someone does
गंदा
something
काम
really
किया
bad,
होगा
he should
तो भी
be
सच
ashamed to
बताने
speak
में
the truth
लज्जा
about
है।
it. So
अक्सर
generally he
सब
would tell lies.
झूठी बताते हैं।
It is said,
माया
Maya is
झूठी
false, this
काया
body is false,
झूठा
and the
सब
world is
संसार।
false. People
ऐसे
have
ही है
become
ना
completely
कि
body
सब
conscious.
देह अभिमान में आ जाते हैं। सच
It is good to
सुनाना
speak the
तो और
truth.
ही अच्छा है।
Others
और
would
भी
then learn
सीखेंगे।
from you too.
यहाँ तो सच बताना है।
You have to tell the
नॉलेज के
truth
साथ
here.
याद की यात्रा भी जरूरी है।
Together with this
क्योंकि
knowledge, the
याद
pilgrimage
की
of
यात्रा
remembrance
से
is very essential
अपना
because it's
और
only
विश्व
through the
का
pilgrimage of remembrance
दोहरा
that
कल्याण
you
होगा।
yourselves and the
बाबा
world
कहते हैं
both
हम
are
अपने
going to
लिए
be
याद की
benefited.
यात्रा नहीं करते,
We are
धरती
not
से वो वाइब्रेशन
we are not in the pilgrimage
समाज
of
देह
remembrance
और
not only
विश्व
for
तक भी
ourselves
जाते
because
हैं।
we radiate those
यदि हम
vibrations into the world.
विश्व को ठीक बनाने में अपना
So we
contribution
always
दें,
support, we
इसलिए
extend
बाबा
that
हमें
support
विश्व
in
कल्याणी
transforming the
बनना
world.
चाहिए।
That is why Baba gives this
बाबा
title
कहते
World
हैं
Benefactor.
याद से अपना और विश्व का कल्याण
So I
होता है।
repeat, Through the pilgrimage of remembrance, you benefit yourselves and the world. The knowledge is very easy to explain. It is remembrance that requires effort. Everyone knows how a tree emerges from a seed. You have the cycle of 84 births in your intellects. There is also the knowledge of the seed and the tree. The Father is the truth, the living being, and the ocean of knowledge. He has this knowledge which he explains to you. This is something totally uncommon. This is a human world tree. No one knows this either. All have been saying neti neti, neither this nor that. If they don't know the duration, what else would they know? Among you two, there are very few who know this very well. And that is why you arrange seminars to take everyone's opinion. Anyone can ask advice. Anyone can give advice. It isn't only whose names are mentioned who can give advice. Those who are the members of the meeting committee, it's not that they can give, anybody can give. It isn't that because your name is not mentioned, you can't give advice. No. If anyone has some advice to give for service, then just put it in writing. The Father says, whenever you want to give some advice, just write to Baba. Baba, service can increase a great deal with this method. Anyone can give advice. Baba will then see different types of advice that have come. Baba continues to tell you to gather together and think about how to give everyone the message and benefit Bharat. Baba tells whosoever method is good, you must accept that your goal is to benefit the world and Bharat. So write and tell Baba these things. Maya has put everyone to sleep. The Father comes when death is in front of you. The Father says, it is now everyone's stage of retirement. Whether you study or not, everyone definitely has to die. We are seeing the world's condition right now. Baba says the entire world is going through that difficult phase. So Baba tells whether you study or not, one day everyone has to die. Whether you make preparations or not, the new world is definitely going to be established. When an auspicious task is going on, we must always contribute, we must always support so that our fortune gets created. It's not that if I don't contribute, it comes to a pause. No. Whether you contribute or not, it just goes, and it is the God's task which is destined to happen. So, all the good children are making their own preparations. The examples of Sudama has been remembered because he brought a handful of rice. Baba also says, whatever you have, whether body, wealth, or your mind, you must use in God's task so that Baba makes your fortune very elevated. Baba gave an example of Mama, how she didn't even get a handful of rice, but how did she attain such a highest position? It's not a matter of financially, it's not a matter of extending financial support, but it's a matter of raising the quality. So, there is no question of money in this, just you have to stay in remembrance and make others equal to you. Baba doesn't even ask for any fee here. Some people understand that they do have some money, so they want to give it to the yajna to be used in a worthwhile way. Destruction is going to take place anyway, so everything will go waste. At least let me use something in a worthwhile way by doing this. Baba says, always use your resources in a very auspicious task so that you will get multi-million
ऐसे
return.
आत्माओं को दान पुण्य करते हैं, प्रॉपर व्यक्ति को देख करके दान नहीं करते हैं,
If you don't
उसका रिटर्न
check,
हमें नहीं मिलता है। तो बाबा कहते
if you are not cautious about to whom you are giving the donation, then you might incur loss instead of benefit. So Baba says, so every human being definitely gives at least some donations or performs some charity. The donations and charity come from sinful souls and go to sinful souls. Nevertheless, they do receive a temporary reward for that. For instance, someone who builds a university or college, etc., if he has a lot of wealth and builds a dharmashala, he receives a good home, but he could still be not that healthy. If someone who builds a hospital, he would have good health, but all his desires would not be fulfilled through that. Here, all your desires are being fulfilled by the unlimited Father. Baba says, because we are giving directly to Baba, so all our desires will be fulfilled. You are becoming pure. Therefore, it's good to use all your wealth to make the world pure. You receive liberation and liberation in life, and that too is for half a cycle. Everyone asks, how can they receive peace? That can only be received in the land of peace. There is no peacelessness in the golden age because there is only one religion there. In the kingdom of Ravan, there is peacelessness. There is peacelessness at the end of this iron age, and you experience that supreme peace in the land of silence, and you receive happiness. You experience that in the golden age. So all are happy in the golden age. There is no question or trace of sorrow there. So it's remembered that as the king Rama, so are the subjects of Rama. That is the land of immortality. The word death doesn't exist in the land of immortality. Here, people suddenly die while sitting here nothing. While sitting doing nothing. This is called the land of death, and that is called the land of immortality. There is no death there. They shed their old bodies and become children again. The deities are immortal, they are eternal. They don't have the fear of death because the soul knows that the soul just leaves this body and the soul leaves another costume. Based on the wisdom, based on that understanding, the soul shuts the body. The soul gets a clear idea about where is going to take the next costumes. That is why there will not be any fear. So Baba says, they shed old bodies and become children again. There are no diseases. There is so much benefit there. You are becoming ever healthy by following the directions of Shri Shri. Therefore, Baba says, if you want to go to that kind of world, if you want to become like them, you must follow the directions of Shri Shri, that is Shrimat. So you become ever healthy. Therefore, many spiritual centers like this must be opened. Even if only a few come, there is no less. At this time, no human beings know the duration of the drama. When they ask you, who taught you this? Tell them, it is the Father who is telling us all of this. There are so many Brahma Kumars and Kumaris. You too are Brahma Kumar, a child of Shiv Baba. You are also a child of Prajapita Brahma, and this one is the great great grandfather of humanity. Brahma Baba's title is, we Brahma Kumars and Kumaris have emerged from him. There are genealogical trees. Your deity clan is one that gives great happiness. The dynasties just continue. So Baba tells this clan gives a lot of happiness. You become elevated here, then go and rule a kingdom there.
उत्तम से उत्तम बनते हो,
You
वह
become
जाकर
elevated at this
राज्य करते
confluence
हो।
age, then go and rule.
यह बातें किसी की
This
भी
cannot
बुद्धि
stay in
में
anyone's
रह न
intellect.
सके।
It has been
यह
explained to you
बच्चों
that the
को
children,
समझाया है
the deities, cannot
आपके
set foot in
पैर
this Tamo
इस
Pradhan
तमो
world
प्रधान दुनिया में पड़ न सके। देवताएं तो पावन होते हैं ना, वो कभी
because
इस
they are
कलयुगी
pure.
तमो प्रधान दुनिया में
That is
आ
why
नहीं सकते।
they cannot come in this
इस
Tamo
तमो
Pradhan
प्रधान
world.
दुनिया में
There can be
उनके
trace,
पैर पड़ न सके।
there can't
जड़
be
चित्र का
even
परछाया पड़ सकता है,
the trace of their
लेकिन
living
चैतन्य
forms,
का
but
पढ़ नहीं
there
सकता।
can be the traces
चैतन्य
of their non-living
साक्षात्कार नहीं
images.
आ सकते।
The living deities
बाप
cannot even
समझाते
step in
हैं,
this
बच्चे
Tamo Pradhan world.
एक तो
Therefore,
याद
the
की
father explains,
यात्रा में
children, stay
रहो,
on the pilgrimage of
कोई भी
remembrance, don't perform
विकर्म
any
ना करो,
sinful acts, but
और
create ways of
तीसरा
doing service.
सर्विस की युक्तियां निकालो। सतो प्रधान बनना है ना,
You
तो
have
बाबा
to
ने
become
3
Sato
बातें
Pradhan.
बताई।
So Baba just do 3
तो
things.
याद की
You must
यात्रा
be
में
in the
रहो,
pilgrimage of
कोई भी
remembrance.
विकर्म
You must
हमारा
not
से
do
ना
any
हो,
sinful actions,
और
and you
सर्विस
must
की
create ways
युक्तियां
of doing
निकालते
service.
रहो।
The
बच्चे
children
कहते
say,
हैं,
Baba, I will
बाबा
become like
हम
Lakshmi
भी
and
लक्ष्मी
Narayan.
नारायण जैसा
The father
बनेंगे।
says, May
बाबा
there be a rose in
हमारे
your
मुख
mouth.
में गुलाब, लेकिन इसके लिए फिर
However, you also need to
मेहनत भी
make
करनी
effort
है।
to do that. In
ऊंच
order to
पद
claim a high
पाना है,
status, serve others to make them
आप
equal to
समान
you.
बनाने की सेवा भी करो। तुम
One day you
एक
will
एक
see
डोली
each
में
guide brings 100
एक
to
एक
200
पंडा अपने
pilgrims
साथ
with him.
100-200 यात्री भी लेकर के आए, है ना। ये तो बाबा की पहले की वाणी है, साकार
Though
वाणी
this
है ना।
was
आप
spoken
देखते
long
रहो,
back, we
एक
are
एक
seeing
बहने
that
100
in
200
reality.
200 400 400 500 500
Each
इंस्ट्रूमेंट
instrument
लेकर के
teacher
आती है।
gets a group of
आगे
even
चल करके ये
500.
देखते
As
रहेंगे।
you progress further,
पहले
you will
से
see
थोड़ी कुछ कह
everything.
सकते हैं,
You can't be told
जो होता
everything
रहेगा
beforehand. You will continue to
देखते
see whatever
रहेंगे।
happens.
यह
This is
है
an unlimited
बेहद
drama.
ढांचा,
You play main
तुम्हारा
parts
है
with the Father.
सबसे
You are
मुख्य
making this
पाठ।
old
किसके
world new.
साथ? बाप के साथ। तले में बैठे हैं ना झाड़ के,
We are
बाबा कहते
sitting
तुम्हारा है मुख्य पाठ, सो
at
भी
the roots
बाप
of the
के
tree.
साथ, जो तुम पुरानी दुनिया को नई बनाते हो।
So you are
यह
just
है
transforming
पुरुषोत्तम
that world
संगम युग।
into a new
अब
one.
तुम
This is the most
सुखधाम में
elevated
वाणी
confluence
करोगे,
age, and
वहाँ
you are now becoming the
दुख का
masters of that land of
नाम
happiness. There will
निशान
not be any
नहीं
name or
होगा।
trace of sorrow there.
बाप है ही
The Father is
दुख
the
हरता,
bestower of
सुख
happiness
करता।
and remover of
दुख से
sorrow.
आकर के
He comes and
निषेध
liberates
करता
you
है।
from sorrow. Some
भारतवासी फिर
people of Bharat
समझते
think
हैं
that because
कि
they have
इतना
all that
धन
wealth,
है,
big
बड़े बड़े
palaces and
महल
electricity,
हैं,
that itself is a
गाड़ियाँ
heaven
हैं,
for them.
बस यही स्वर्ग है। बाबा कहते हैं ना, आज बड़े बड़े
Baba
सिटीज में
says,
बड़े
if you
बड़े
just
धनवान लोग सब
see
रहते
the
हैं, हाँ, समझते
cities
हैं हमारे लिए यही
life,
स्वर्ग है,
the
लेकिन यह
wealthy
सब
people think
माया
that
का पाम।
that is heaven.
सुख के साधन
Baba
बहुत
tells all
करते
of
हैं,
that is the pomp of
बड़े बड़े
Maya.
महल मकान
They
गाड़ी
invent many
बनाते
facilities
हैं,
for happiness.
फिर
They
मौत
build huge
ऐसे
palaces and
अचानक आ
buildings,
जाता
and the
है,
death
ये मत
suddenly
अलाउ
comes.
करना। वहाँ फिर
There is no
मरण
fear
नहीं
of
आता
death
है।
there.
बाबा
Here,
कहाँ की बात कर रहे हैं? सत्युग
Baba is
की।
talking about the
यहाँ
golden
लोग
age. There is no
अचानक
fear
मर
of
जाते
death
हैं,
there. Here, someone dies
इतना
suddenly.
शोक
They
करते
mourn the
हैं,
death of that
फिर
person so
समाधि
much.
पर जाकर
They
के
go and
आंसू
shed
आंसू
tears of
बहाते
that
हैं।
person at his grave.
हर एक की
They have
अपनी
their own
अपनी
customs
रस्म
and
रिवाज है,
systems. There are
हर
many
एक मत
opinions.
है। सतयुग
Such
में
things don't
ऐसी
exist in the
बातें
golden
नहीं
age.
होती हैं।
There,
वहाँ तो
they
एक
shed a body
शरीर
and
छोड़
take
करके
another.
दूसरा ले लेते हैं।
You are going
तो
to a
तुम
place where
कितना
there is so much
सुख में
happiness.
जाओगे,
You have to make
इसके लिए
effort,
फिर
so
पुरुषार्थ
much
भी तो
effort for
करना
that.
चाहिए। बाबा ऐसी श्रेष्ठ दुनिया
Baba
को
is
ले
taking
जाते
us
हैं,
into a
पुरुषार्थ
such
भी
an
चाहिए।
wonderful
कदम
world,
कदम
so
पर
we have to
बाबा
make
की
effort.
मत
You
लेनी
have to
चाहिए।
take directions at every
गुरु
step.
की व पति की
Others
मत
take
लेते
directions
हैं,
from their gurus or
वह
husbands. They
अपनी मत
continue
से
to move
चलना
along
होता है।
according to
आसुरिक
their
विद्या
own
नहीं,
opinions.
आसुरिक
Baba
ज्ञान
tells
में ढकेलेंगे।
how useful
बाबा
are
कहते हैं
devilish directions. They
भगवान
will
से
only
मत
push
लेना
you towards
और
becoming
अपने
devilish.
आसपास की आत्माओं से मत लेना, उसमें
There is a
बहुत फर्क
difference
है।
of day and night between
भगवान से मत
taking the
लेंगे
directions of
तो
the
हमारी
Father,
श्रीमत के आधार से हमारी
because you start
मुक्ति, जीवन
performing
मुक्ति हो जाएगी।
actions based on
बाबा कहते
Shrimat
हैं
and you
आसपास
receive
वालों से
liberation and
मत
liberation in
कहो,
life.
आसुरी
But
दुनिया की
when
तरफ
you
मत
receive the
लेना।
directions of
अब
others,
तुमको
devilish
मुझ में
people,
खुश
they will only
रहना
push
है,
you towards becoming
मुझे में
devilish.
रुचि।
You are now
इसलिए
receiving
गाया
God's
हुआ है
directions, which are the highest on
श्रीमद्
high,
भगवान
and this is why it is said elevated
ईश्वर
versions of
वाच
God.
वाच
The God
करके
Himself
हमें
says,
मत देते हैं।
he gives the Shrimat.
श्रीमत के आधार से सारे विश्व को
You children are making the whole world into heaven by following Shrimat. You are becoming the masters of that heaven. This is why you have to take Shrimat at every step. However, if it is not in someone's fortune, he doesn't follow his directions.
मत पर चलते भी नहीं है। इसकी तकदीर में
If it is not in someone's fortune, Baba says that that will not let that soul follow Baba's directions.
को भी अपना कुछ अकल हो,
Baba has said, if you have any advice to give, then send it to Baba. Baba knows who are worthy of giving advice.
राय देने के लायक है। नए नए
Many new children continue to emerge. Baba knows which children are good.
कि कौन-कौन अच्छे-अच्छे बच्चे हैं।
Shopkeepers should also give advice on how to create methods to give father's introduction.
जो बाप
Continue to remind everyone in the shop.
मिले, दुकान में भी सबको याद कराते रहे। भारत में जब
When it was golden age in Bharat, there was just one religion. There is nothing to become upset about in this.
सबका
The Father of all is one. The Father says, constantly remember me alone, and you will be absolved of your sins and become the masters of heaven.
नाश हो जाएंगे और तुम स्वर्ग के मालिक बन जाएंगे। सारी मुरली का सार बाबा ने बता दिया कि माँ
Baba said the essence of the entire Murli is that is
नाश हो
remembering the Father alone, so that you will be able to clear your sinful
अच्छा मीठे
actions account.
दे बच्चों प्रति
To you, sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance, and good morning from the mother, father, and Bap Dada.
बच्चों को नमस्ते।
The spiritual father says namaste to you, spiritual children. And we spiritual children also offer love, remembrance, and say good morning, namaste to the mother, father, and Bap Dada.
धारणा के लिए मुख्य सार हैं
The essence for Dharana, the first one,
श्रीमत पर चलकर
follow Shrimat and serve to make the whole world into heaven.
की सेवा करनी है।
Make many others equal to you.
सारे विश्व को स्वर्ग बनाने की सेवा करनी है। बहुतों को आप समान बनाना है। बहुतों को आप
You must make many others equal to you.
आसुरी
Protect yourself from devilish directions.
संभाल करनी है। आसुरी मत से अपनी संभाल करनी है। याद
Second one, make your soul sato pradhan by making effort to have remembrance.
बनाना है। याद की मेहनत से आत्मा को सतु प्रधान बनाना है।
Use the handful of rice that you have in a worthwhile way like Sudama did and have all your desires fulfilled.
अपनी सर्व कामनाएं सिद्ध करनी है। सुदामा मिसल
Use the handful of rice that you have in a worthwhile way and like Sudama did and have your desires fulfilled.
सिद्ध करनी
Blessing.
है। का हमारा
May you become immortal and imperishable by having the determination to belong to that one Father and none other.
इस दृढ़ संकल्प द्वारा अविनाशी अमर भव। एक बाप दूसरा
May you become immortal and imperishable by having the determination to belong to the one Father and none other. The stage of each child who has the determination to belong to the one Father and none other automatically and easily become constant and stable.
उनकी स्थिति स्वतः और सहज एक रस हो जाती है। इसी दृढ़
When they have determination,
सर्व
the imperishable thread of all the relationships is forged,
जाती है।
and they receive the blessing of becoming constantly immortal and imperishable.
अमर भव का वरदान मिल जाता है। दृढ़ संकल्प
By having this determination, they receive a special lift for their efforts.
विशेष रूप से लिफ्ट मिल जाती है। जिनके
Those who have all the relationships with the one Father automatically receive all attainments.
भी स्वतः
Those who have all the relationships with one father, they automatically receive all attainments.
बाबा ने कहा एक बाप
So Baba says we must have only, let nothing be in your intellect, only Baba. Then we receive the blessing of being immortal and imperishable.
करके सर्व प्राप्तियों के
Then completely full of all the attainments.
स्लोगन है
Slogan: let your thinking, speaking and doing all become equal. You will then be called a most elevated effort maker.
बनाओ, तब कहेंगे सर्वोत्तम पुरुषार्थ। कहते हैं सोच समझ करके बोलो।
That is why we say that think carefully and speak and then act.
बोलना और करना तीनों को एक समान रखो, तो ये है सर्वोत्तम पुरुषार्थ। फिर बाबा का आज का
Today's Avyakt signal: in order to become an easy yogi, become experienced in God's love. At any time, when you need a particular relationship, make God belong to you with that relationship. Say from your heart, my Baba, and Baba will say, my child.
भगवान को अपना बना लो, दिल से कहो मेरा बाबा, और बाबा
Merge yourself in the ocean of love.
इसी स्नेह के साथ
This love is such a canopy of protection that even Maya cannot come under that canopy.
छाया का काम
And this is the way to become an easy yogi.
अंदर माया आ नहीं सकती है, और यही सहज योगी बनने का साधन है। तो बाबा कहते मेरा बाबा कह के बाबा के प्यार में समा जाओ।
Just
बाबा के
merge in Baba's love so that that becomes the canopy of protection and Maya doesn't have courage to enter into that canopy.
आज का हमारा दादी जी की विशेषता है
Today's Dadiji's speciality:
सदा
the mind should always remain calm, the intellect should remain stable, and the sanskars remain cool.
मेरा यही
My aim is that whatever work I do, I should not bring my
अपनी स्थिति को
state of mind
न लाओ।
influenced by obstacles.
स्थिति माना
Situation means someone else's situation.
उस
Why should I bring my state of mind
अपनी स्थिति को
down in that situation?
मुझे संकल्प में भी है
I don't want to become a broken idol even in my thoughts.
इस स्मृति से
With this in memory, the mind becomes calm, the intellect remains stable, and the sanskars become calm.
शीतल हो जाते हैं। अभी हम
Now, we cannot be under the influence of any habit.
नहीं हो सकते। ये दुनिया
This world, this wealth, forget all this from your mind and the intellect.
इसी में है।
Only then you will be able to experience the super sensuous joy.
ये दादी जी की विशेष
This is Dadiji's speciality.
परिस्थितियां उनके पास आई।
Because Dadiji, we all know that she had to face many obstacles, and Dadiji always thought that those obstacles come from
और उसके
the other side, and she kept her mind calm and cool, with which her sanskars were always gentle. All the brothers and sisters are requested to be seated. There are few announcements. Today in Panda Bhavan, Gyan Sarovar, Shantivan Global Hospital, you will be given godly gift on the occasion of 18th Remembrance Day of respected Dadi Prakash Mani ji, and all of you are requested to be at conference hall from 10:30 a.m. All the trial brothers and sisters will be on tomorrow at Dadiji's meeting hall at 10:30 a.m. And this evening meditation and tomorrow's Amrit Vela meditation will be in conference hall. Tomorrow's Murli class will be in Diamond Hall, and there is a special program which is going to be started at Global Auditorium. All the members of the royal family and the kings have been invited for that royal program, and tomorrow will be the formal inauguration of that program. all the royal members
राजाओं महाराजाओं की फैमिली के सदस्य पधार रहे हैं।
will arrive
केवल आमंत्रित भाई बहन
here.
जा सकते हैं,
Only those who have been invited, only those people can visit that
कमल
program.
किशोर जी आए हैं सहारनपुर से।
We have Acharya Kamal Kishore ji
के सम्मेलन में लेकर के आए थे, तो अपना अनुभव भी शेयर करें।
who is here, and I request you to share your experience.
जी की स्मृति में गीत प्रस्तुत
And now we have Brother Bhupendra who will sing a song.
तेरी यादें हमें आने लगी, दादा जी की स्मृति में गीत, और फिर आचार्य जी अपना अनुभव शेयर करें।
Post that, Swamiji will share his experience.
ओम शांति।
Om Shanti.
बन के सुमन यादें तेरी दादी हमें आने लगी, आने लगी। बन के सुमन यादें तेरी दादी हमें आने लगी, आने लगी। यादें तेरी आई तो अखियाँ साजे दिल गाने लगी, आने लगी। या बन के सुमन यादें तेरी। वो दिन भी कितने खास थे, वो दिन भी कितने खास थे, जब वो हमारे पास थे, जब वो हमारे पास थे। वो वक्त था थमता नहीं, वो वक्त था थमता नहीं, ये वक्त है थमता नहीं। बन के सुमन यादें तेरी मिलती थी उनसे जब नजर, मिलती थी उनसे जब नजर। वो नजर न जाने कहाँ गई, वो नजर न जाने कहाँ गई। वो नजारे बन कर उड़ गई, वो नजारे बन कर उड़ गई। वो इशारे बन कर कह रहे, बन के सुमन यादें तेरी। मैं कौन हूँ जाना कहाँ, मैं कौन हूँ जाना कहाँ, जाना यहीं जाना जहाँ, जाना यहीं जाना जहाँ। कुछ कह रहे कदमों के निशान, कुछ कह रहे कदमों के निशान, निशाना बन कर कह रहे, बन के सुमन यादें तेरी। बन के सुमन यादें तेरी दादी हमें आने लगी, आने लगी। यादें तेरी आई तो अखियाँ साजे दिल गाने लगी, गाने लगी।
बन के सुमन यादें तेरी। ओम शांति।
सर्वप्रथम
Shanti. First of all,
उस परमात्मा शिव को और आप सभी मेरे समक्ष बैठी हुई उसकी संतानों को मेरा सादर नमन स्वीकार करें।
please accept
कभी आप
my greetings and wishes.
छिपकली देखी?
Let me first
दीवार पे चिपकी रहती
bow down in front of the Supreme
है। कई
Soul,
बार वो छत पर
Shiva,
चिपक जाती है।
and my greetings to all you brothers and sisters.
सोचती है कि मैं हटी
The butterfly just
इसी तरह
thinks
से
that
बहुत से लोग सोचते
the
हैं
moment it passes away from that roof just falls. And we also feel that when I die, what would happen to my family? Who will take care of them?
ये सारी की सारी धारणाएं भ्रम की धारणाएं हैं।
All these are of illusion.
यहाँ पर पृथ्वी पर जितने भी लोग आते हैं वो यही सोचते हैं
How many people come to this planet?
दूसरा मरेगा।
They always think that
कल के लिए
I will not die, the other person will die.
के लिए संजो लूं,
Whether let me do something for my generations, let me accumulate wealth, let me accumulate that prosperity, or
कार चाहिए,
I want palaces, I want cars,
सब सुख सुविधा के साथ।
I want all the comforts, all facilities.
ध्यान रहे हम यहाँ पर हैं तो सिर्फ चौकीदार की हैसियत से आए हुए
We
हैं।
must always think that we have come here,
घर से 10 किलोमीटर दूर है,
even if someone has
सप्ताह जाएगा देखने के लिए या महीने में जाएगा देखने के लिए, कहीं किसी ने उस पर अनाधिकृत कब्जा तो नहीं कर लिया।
if someone has bought a car or something some 10 kilometers away from his residence, he always pays a visit to that place to see if something has gone wrong. Even this is the normal tendency of human beings, that whatever wealth which has been accumulated, we are always concerned whether that should not be looted. And the women who wear ornaments, they are always have that fear.
मन में एक भय बैठा हुआ है,
There is always a fear.
वो डर निकालना है।
If you want to remove that fear,
चौकीदार नहीं, मालिक बनना है। और मालिक बनना सिखाता कौन है?
you should not become a custodian, or you should not become a watchman, but you must become the master. And this is the only organization which makes you become the master, not a watchman or a maid.
ये बहुत अच्छी बात है।
And this is the most
आज बाबा ने मुरली में कहा है,
amazing thing which is noticed here. And today in Baba's Murli it is heard that you're thinking, everyone thinks,
करते भी सब है,
everyone does.
लेकिन क्या वास्तव में वो करते हैं?
Actually, does it go in harmony?
बात हो रही थी
Yesterday we were discussing
गॉडली स्टूडियो में,
in Godlyhood Studio.
थी तो उसमें
There was some recording and I was asked a question.
30 साल से लोग ज्ञान में चल रहे थे, वो छोड़ के चले गए।
All the people who were in this knowledge, who were in Gyan, they just left and went
देखा भी,
because they saw the experience of this life, because it didn't touch the depth, it did not touch the core. That's why they left.
घूमते रह गए, सतह पे घूमते रह गए। जिन्होंने जाना,
Those who understood,
वो पहचाना,
those who recognized Shiv Baba, those who recognized the Supreme Father, they cannot
अभी भी आपने
leave.
में देखा होगा,
Now also in this hall you would have observed,
बात अभी पूरी खत्म नहीं हुई थी, गीत चल रहा था,
Sisters Murli has not been
उसमें से
complete,
स्कूल के बच्चे घंटी बजते ही
and even the Murli song was being played.
आधे से ज्यादा हॉल खाली होना शुरू हो गया, सब भागे बाहर की ओर, घंटी बज गई स्कूल
be.
अभी वो लोग प्रारंभिक स्थिति में हैं।
I'm not sure how many of you attend
ब्रह्मा कुमारी आश्रम में देखते हैं
till the end.
आपस में
When we visit all the centers,
रहते हैं लोग, तो हम कहते हैं कि जहाँ आप गए वो प्रारंभिक स्थिति थी, वैसे ही जैसे एक छोटे स्कूल में कोई चला जाए, 8वीं तक का स्कूल है।
so I just give you an example. When you just go to a primary school,
बच्चे शोर मचाते हुए मिलेंगे
you always find students who always make noise,
और आप कहें कि मैं जब भी जाता हूँ यहाँ तो स्कूल में शोर ही मिलता है।
and you tell whenever I go, people always students make noise. They are not taught manners. So there is a class after 8th, 9th, 10th, 12th, then PhD. Those who have done PhD, they just become calm. You should go and see them. If you just see the primary school and take decisions,
सभी को हमें मिलकर भारत को स्वर्ग बनाना है।
so we have to explore a lot. So we all of us have to make that endeavor to transform Bharat into heaven. We are seeing all the natural calamities and the missiles which have been
हम लोग
used.
हमारे साथ जाएंगे, ये बाबा कहते हैं।
Baba says your dharma, your dharna comes with you. And sister also explained with a lot of love.
मेरे साथ सभी कहेंगे ओम शांति,
Can we all say Om Shanti? Om Shanti.
ओम शांति,
Om
ओम
Shanti.
शांति। मेरा बाबा,
My Baba,
तेरा बाबा,
your Baba,
सबका बाबा,
everyone's Baba.
ओम शांति।
Om Shanti.
वरदानी बनो, दानी बनो, वरदानी बनो, गुणों के महादानी बनो, गुणों के महादानी बनो, प्रभु के प्यारे सबके सहारे, प्रभु के प्यारे सबके सहारे, शिव समान कल्याणी बनो, शिव समान कल्याणी बनो, दानी बनो, वरदानी बनो, दानी बनो, वरदानी बनो। मन से शक्ति दान करो, वाणी से ज्ञान सबको आशा है योग का तुम सहयोग करो, योग का तुम सहयोग करो, सबसे गुणों के मोती चुनो, सबसे गुणों के मोती चुनो, दानी बनो वरदानी बनो, दानी बनो वरदानी बनो।
Let's listen to the teachings of respected Dadi Gulzar ji. What's that with us? Someone who told a lie. Whether it was a lie and some twisted talk goes and sleeps peacefully. He gets good sleep, he eats properly, and here I am, the one who caught this disease of feeling. What do? I kept getting disturbed for 7 days, just like a mouth becomes bitter during fever. And the same way the mind becomes bitter due to the disease of feelings. Therefore, don't get caught up in the feelings by remembering what has already been past. Om Shanti.